So I bought 4 Lego Smart Sets. Am I a fool, or was this a good idea? I guess we'll see. 75427 Throne Room Duel and A-Wing, 75426 Millenium Falcon, 75421 Darth Vaders Tie Fighter, and 75424 AT-ST Attack on Endor. Each set includes different Smart Play figures, only these 2 sets contain a smart brick. The back of the box for the first set. Set 75427 has 2 smart bricks and 5 smart tags. Set 75421 has 1 smart brick and only 1 smart tag. These both include a charger. However, my concern is down the road. If anything happens to that charger, where can you buy a replacement? That isn't a ridiculous price. Upon opening the box, you're greeted with your bricks, the pieces for the charger, your book, extra parts, and 9 bags. Correction: 4 instruction manuals and a Smart Play book. This set contains 1 brick, 1 extra part, the charger and cable, 5 bags and a book. The multiple small boxes contain capes for your minifigures. Despite having 2 bricks included, you only get 1 charger. They don't look like much. Let's see what they can do. With the 2 newer sets, I'm not quite sure what LEGO hoped to achieve by not including a smart brick. The back of the boxes. The Millenium Falcon has 9 bags, 1 extra board, a set of stickers and a very thick book. The final set has 4 bags and 2 books. Well, they certainly took some time to build. There is a nice selection of toys and lots of different options to play with. However, the price tag is just not really worth it. Considering there's 4 sets here and 12 slots for smart bricks, this is all you actually get. With 12 brick slots and only 3 bricks, there's going to be a lot of swapping and changing going on, which really detracts from play. This set consists of the throne area, a ship, and a gunning station. You shake the brick to wake it and place it behind the character. You can then battle your characters. And that's the reaction you'll get. I find the voices very displeasing. And they pretty much sound like they burp every time they have an interaction. Adding the brick to the throne. And you get the theme tune. But only a small portion of it. You only get sounds if you move it. And it does not sound very realistic. The voices kind of ruin it for me. And I'm a little confused as to why they didn't use the actual voices from the movie. Placing the brick into one of the ships. give you that response. And if you use the chip like a toy, it makes flying sound effects. And if you pull back on the lever, they will fire. They also interact with each other. The sound on the bricks is very grainy. You get 3 smart figures and 3 regular minifigures. The smart figures have these logos on the back. I also don't like the extremely short cloaks. I'd like to say that the set is sturdy, which it is in some ways. However, it can be pulled apart very easily. It's only held in place by 2 clips. And the same for these. The supports for the fighting rods are not very stable and do pop off during play. It really is just a toy, but not really aimed at kids though, is it, Lego? Otherwise, why the Star Wars theme? This is more aged, what, 30 to 40 years retro vintage era? Definitely wasn't a toy aimed at children. And with those price tags, I don't think they'll be buying that with their pocket money, will they? At $139.99 UK and $159.99 US, I think this is highly overpriced. Yes, there are a few different elements, and you get the main throne room, but overall, the price is just way too high. And if there's a problem with your charging port, you can't replace it. There's no replacement parts available on the LEGO site. The TIE Fighter is currently the cheapest set that includes a smart brick. At $59.99 UK and $69.99 US, it's a little bit expensive for one tiny TIE Fighter. Placing in the brick, it should respond to the tag. Makes flying sounds, and again, if you pull back on the lever, you get the shooting noise. You have to really hold it back though. If you have 2 ships, they should interact with each other. Although not always very well. You have 2 little extra bases with this set. One to refuel and repair, and a little gun station, which fires. Watch your eyes. You can use the small hammer to do repairs and refuel. On the whole, the build itself on this one is actually quite sturdy. Nice colour usage and some printed pieces. You can open up the front to access the seat. This set includes one smart figure and one regular minifigure. These two sets are from the second wave, and as you've probably realised, they don't include a brick at all. So if you want these to act as smart sets at all, you'll have to purchase at least one of the first wave sets. The Millenium Falcon is quite a compact set and a lot smaller than I was expecting. However, it's extremely heavy. You can open up the front section and the back, although a little difficult to get to. And the inside is quite nice. Lots of detail from the movie and lots of places to place your smart bricks, if you were supplied them. You can remove the top as well, giving you much better access. Adding your brick to the back, you turn this piece around and it makes it look like the engines are firing, which is a nice touch. This one here, and Luke can fight the droid. If he could reach it. This part is removable. And makes refueling sounds. Not really keen on how this is removed. Could have been on a better mechanism. Placing the brick in the flying bay gives you access to the guns. Using this mechanism is pretty much common on all of the ships. Flying sounds again. And it knows when to power down. There are 4 Smart Play figures with this set, but where's Princess Leia? She's of course in a different set, so you have to buy that one too if you want the complete range. The bricks do actually react to the characters, making sound effects appropriate to them. The underneath is a bit of a letdown though, with absolutely no feet or support anywhere. It's quite a nice little play set, but quite a costly one. It does give room for imaginative play though, and lots of space to do it in. At $89.99 UK and $99.99 US. I'm not so sure on this one. The minifigures are worth it, but the build is kind of a brick and it's not very large. And especially as it doesn't come with a smart brick, I don't think it's worth my while. Or yours. Without the smart brick, it's just regular play. As for the ATST, there's not much to it. It makes sounds on walking. And also has a gun. accessible through the top to the seated area. And also has some regular guns with ammo. The speeder also has a shooting mechanism at the back. Wicket talks too, and it makes flying sounds and knows when to switch off. The set has one smart figure, Wicket, and 2 extra minifigures. I think the ATST looks quite effective. And honestly, the land speeder does too. At $44.99 UK and $49.99 US, it's an okay deal, but they definitely should have included a brick. Personally, without supplying a block for each set, I think their smart play is pretty dumb.